And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Guys, I hope you're all happy and I'm getting ready for our trip, of course, to Hampden as we booked our place in the semi-final where we're going to be taking on Heart of Midlothian. Now in today's video guys, we're going to be discussing all the latest Rangers news, of course, from the last sort of 24 hours. We're also going to be discussing or providing you with a huge injury update. We have got some good and bad news on that front, whilst also going through the one thing that was spotted in last night's game that hasn't been seen before. So as I said, a few bits and pieces to discuss within the Rangers space. But of course, we're going to Hampden. We're going to be taking on Heart of Midlothian in the semi-final. A really, really good chance to get ourselves to a final. I don't think Hearts have been in the best form so far this season. I do think, as I said, this is our cup to lose. I'll be seriously embarrassed and pissed off if we don't end up winning the League Cup this season. 2 more games to do, and as I said, against Hibs, Aberdeen and Hearts. Yes, they're quite hard for Scottish sides, but there's absolutely no reason why we should be losing these games, especially on neutral ground, especially in Glasgow, especially in Hampden. Again, sometimes you can make a case, oh, you're going to Tynecastle, it could be tricky. Yes, you could be going to Easter Road, it could be tricky. Yes, you could be going to Pittodrie, it could be tricky, but it's neutral ground, it's in Glasgow. And we need to make sure our Hampden record gets better and better. And we should be lifting that League Cup come the start of December. So, yeah, we'll park that up for now. As I said, Hearts are a bit later on this after the international break, which is something we can all look forward to. However, as I said, we still got a few more big games coming up. Yesterday, of course, there was a great goal by Ridvan Yilmaz. However, he got sort of taken off in the second half shortly after his goal. However, Michael Beale has provided some good news with regards to him, and that his injury doesn't look serious. At first I thought, he was greeting, he was clapping, he was not happy. It did seem as though Ridvan's one of those players that's, yes, young, but also made out of glass. It did seem a situation that, oh my goodness me, is he going to be out now for till the end of the year? However, as I said, Michael Beale did provide some good news with regards to the player and basically stated that that it was just cramp, or they think it's just cramp, so he should be okay. So that's good news. Bad news is, yes, our number one Biff Chitter, and that's the big man, of course, Kemar Roofe. Yes, I love Kemar Roofe. I always laud him, but my goodness me, he seriously is made out of paper mache. The guy is constantly back. I mean, this is probably the longest run of games he's had. I think he's had 5 games in and out of the team. Again, he's been unlucky with his numbers, but he's hurt his groin. Michael Beale did say he's felt it within the first half at some point, probably should have came off then. However, left it till half time, was then replaced by Cyril Dessers. Again, it's not a good look for Kemar Roofe. His contract expiring at the end of the year, and I do think a fit Kemar Roofe is certainly the best striker that we've got within our team, and as I said, doesn't look good for him. He's probably going to be out for another couple of months now with Kemar Roofe. So the injuries are piling up, and we have still got a hectic schedule. Hoping here, though, we can get past Aberdeen and get past Aris, and then we can get past St Mirren with 3 points from each of those games. And then we've got that respite for the 2 weeks in the October, which would probably hope to see Todd Cantwell come back, Lawrence come back, all these other players come back as well. So yeah, we need that little respite. We've got 3 more games. It probably might get worse before it gets better. But good news and bad news on that front is that Ridvan Yilmaz is only cramp, which I think actually yesterday made a really good impact along that left-hand side, so I'm happy. But Kemar Roofe, again, that's a big blow. He's probably our best striker. But having said that, I've never hung my hat on him. And if Michael Beale thinks he's going into a season hanging a hat on Kemar Roofe to stay fit for the whole campaign, it's not going to happen. So I think we're well aware of that Kemar Roofe, that would likely happen again. It has, so it's something we've just got to deal with. I'm not confident with our striking department, but having said that, Seema really impressed me yesterday. I think he's got 5 goals now. Michael Beale said that he's starting to settle into the team. He's a player that did make a big money move to Brighton after Slavia Prague, his impact to Slavia Prague within Europa League. And as I said, it's starting to look like he's starting to come onto a bit of a game. Let's hope, as I said, he shows what he's worth. 5 goals, not too bad for a winger, but yeah, let's see if he can continue that on going forward. Now, as I said, the game yesterday itself was a lot better in performance-wise, but there was one part of the game that a lot of fans have not seen before. It was right at the end. Now, Bill Ball does come under a lot of criticism recently just because it's been boring, our style of play. We haven't really had an impact. However, there was a clip right at the end of where we were playing fast-flowing football, yeah, and bearing in mind it is right at the end of the game. However, this is something we've not seen this season, and this is something that I did see from his early stages at QPR. I've seen under Steven Gerrard when we were playing European football. You know, he was sort of dubbed as the mastermind behind the tactics, and this is something we used to see on a week-to-week basis under Steven Gerrard. So, yeah, I'll play the clip, and as you can see for yourself.
Happy to see it out. Tavernier demanding it. Sterling. Now Tavernier. Left by right. It's Jack who perfectly finds the corner.
As you can see there, fast flowing. Again, it's right at the end. The game is won, but it just shows showcase that we have got something in us, and I do think that's Bill's blueprint and what he's trying to get across. I hope that we can start to play like that. As I said, there was moments throughout that game yesterday where I did feel that Rangers were maybe putting in a lot better performance. I talk about that first half an hour. It was intense. It was fast flowing. We were, stringing passes together. We were causing Livy all sorts of problems in the attacking third, which is something I haven't seen before this season at all. But again, at the same time, it kind of only was short-lived. The end of the first half was boring again. It kind of reverted back to that Motherwell performance, and then the second half again was pretty clumsy. However, having said that, we did find a bit of the rhythm as the game went on. We managed to get the second goal, third goal, fourth goal. We scored 4 goals. We've got a clean sheet, and for me, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. However, as I said, I'm hoping performances can continue. We've got another home game. Opposition probably goes up against Aberdeen, a good side. Of course, booked their place at Hampden as well. But it's another chance for us, another test for us to really string a performance together. It's going to be a different game to the one that we've played against Motherwell and Livingston. But a game that we should definitely be winning, especially at Ibrox Park. However, you know what Aberdeen are like. They're really up for this one. This is their derby. This is their match. This is their big game of the season. Coming to Ibrox, trying to cause problems. I know we don't... It's like one of those annoying, annoying people that kind of claim that we're a rivalry with them, but we don't really care too much about the game. We kind of just see it as like, oh, well, it's 3 points, but they're up for it. They're always up for it. So it's just one of those added things that we just got to deal with. They raise their game against us. They're raising a game against anybody else, and it's the only game they show up for really in the season. So it's a cup final for them. So we have to be raring to go for that game on Saturday. Again. It's another test, and the games are coming thick and fast. As I say, before we know it, Friday, tomorrow, straight back into it again. So they have the same schedule. There is no excuses with the amount of games that we played. I heard Michael Bill touch upon, we've been playing, 3 games in a week. That's fine. That's good. I think Aberdeen probably had it worse. Aberdeen flew out to Germany, came back. We've had 3 home games, so no excuses on that front. I'm not hearing any of that crap about there's too many games. Aberdeen have the exact same schedule, and I'd probably even go as far to say it's worse. They've had 2 away days. They had to, of course, go to Frankfurt. Then they had to go up to Ross County last night to Dingwall. So, again, I do think their schedule has been a lot tougher. No excuses on that front. We need to be getting 3 points. We need to be putting on another decent performance. But Rangers fans, that's all I've got for you today. Do let me know your thoughts on the situation with regards to Ridvan Yilmaz. Let me know your situation on regards to Kemar Roof. And let me know your thoughts on the performance last night. And do you have hope that Bill Ball can start to materialise and get better as the games go on? Yes or no? Let me know down there in the comment section below. That does bring us into today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Poosh.